Wary eyes watched the stranger approach the bar and sit down. A battered Stetson was removed from a mechanical head. A coin was waved at the barkeep with a mechanical hand. "Shot of oil," said the stranger. The barkeep didn't move. "Ain't no oil here," he growled. "Go back to the city, bot." He spat out the word as though it were poison. Shrugging, the cowbot half turned, addressing the saloon as a whole. "I'm looking for a girl," it said. "About 7 years old, black hair, birthmark in the shape of a star on her cheek." "And what would a bot be wanting with a little girl?" The voice came from the corner, where a short man leaned against the wall, arms crossed, eyes glaring. A heavy pistol hung on his hip, almost as dangerous as the badge pinned to his chest. "She was taken hostage," explained the cowbot. "A salesman saw her headed out this way." "That's so." The sheriff approached, thumbs hooked under his belt. Despite his size, he had the swagger of a giant. "Or do you just want to harvest her for parts?" he hissed. "No robot ever did that. It's nothing but slander." "Maybe," the sheriff nodded, "but not so bad an idea." The words dripped with violent potential. Throughout the saloon, townsfolk rose. The cowbot's hand twitched, extended to its holster. The sheriff was ready. 3 shots rang out. A mechanical hand dropped as the cowbot staggered, sparks flying from its broken wrist. "Some mighty costly gear in these bots," the sheriff announced, as townfolk closed in around them. "Be a shame to let all that money walk out of here." The cowbot raised its other hand to strike, but the sheriff didn't so much as flinch. A dozen bodies tackled the robot before it could reach him, and its scream fizzled out beneath the onslaught of greedy hands. The remains of the cowbot were dumped outside of town. A one-handed, one-legged, half-empty shell. For hours, its glassy eyes reflected the evening sun, a lighthouse shining out to a lonely sea. No rescue would come for the cowbot. Only a little girl with a star on her cheek. "I'm sorry for what they done," she whispered, stroking the cowbot's cold chest. "They don't let no one come for me. Every time I run, they find me again. But I had to come see you. Say goodbye. Say thank you." A clunk whirred behind her. The girl shot up and turned. "Who's there?" From the darkness, 2 bright eyes opened. Heavy metal footsteps approached. A robotic horse stepped into the dim light of her lantern. It dipped its head, nuzzled its dead master, then turned to her and knelt. Its eyes spoke with more clarity than a human's ever could. "Thank you," the girl breathed. The horse was motionless as she clambered onto its back. Once she was secure, they charged into the night, and the glassy eyes of the cowbot watched them all the way.